And we're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Apologies about being late as heck. Um, a little bit too much going on for just one singular day, so it's kind of been a little bit of a shit show, but I'm here. This is going to be a little bit shorter of a live stream. All apologies. It'll be 45 minutes, an hour maybe, or so. I give myself about an hour's worth of time, but we'll see how it goes. It's also a very simple live stream, but we're in it to win it. We're hanging out. Thank you all for coming in, hanging out. I know it's incredibly early, so is anyone actually drinking right now? And if you are, what are you drinking? Aiden, cheers. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Oh, no worries. Yeah, like I said, it's incredibly early, so it's kind of yeah, it's a wee bit too early. Good evening, Slapshot. Cheers, nice to see you. Hanging, nice to see ya. Got my tactical drinking helmet and glasses ready. Yup, looking the coolest. And my little hatsy. This is my tactical drinking hat. There are many like this, but this is mine. How are we doing today, though? I know we're probably not drinking, but how are we doing? Yeah, I know it's a Wednesday, early afternoon. Extremely early afternoon. Have some stuff going on tonight. Going to a distillery release party or whatever for a club I'm part of, so I won't be able to stay on super duper late, and that's why we're going early. That way we can actually do something and it's not like a 30-minute shit show of me just being like, here's whiskey, it tastes good, but bye. Tired of this dreary weather. I'm digging it. I love it being chilly. It's fantastic. Because then you get to start drinking all that whiskey you would love to be able to drink throughout the summer, but you just can't because it's too hot. Like cask strength ryes they're killing it right now. Cask strength ryes, anything with high proof it's just, man, fantastic. The only downside to that is where I used to be able to have like 3 or 4 drinks a night, now I'm more of like a 2.5, maybe 3. But at 3, I'm waking up with a hangover. Okay, yeah, I work inside, so I mean, I kind of see the sun from the window, but I like crack a window. I like feeling the cold weather. But yeah, you're right. It has been kind of dreary and kind of dark outside. Tim Swoop in the house. Nice to see a review. I was just in Iron Root this weekend enjoying the Saints Alley. Yeah, so as you've all known, I'm a huge Iron Root fan. Legitimately, I have like 1,000 different samples of their stuff, and I've tried most of their releases since 2019 subsequently. I've enjoyed all of it except for the 90 proof Harbinger. I just didn't really care for that. But as far as the Saints Alley go, I know I tried one of them a while back. I don't know which one's which as far as that. So, along with a bunch of other Iron Root samples, one of my friends gave me this 3 samples of the Saints Alley line. So, I thought it'd be fun to kind of try those. So, for those of you who do not know what Saints Alley is, Saints Alley, it's a collaboration with Iron Root and Liquor Hound, which is like a huge like whiskey liquor YouTube content creator, whatever you want to call that title. But he's working with Iron Root, taking MGP and Iron Root whiskey, blending them together and finishing them to create some pretty awesome stuff. From the one I've tried, I truly enjoyed it. They are, I believe, Total Wine exclusives at the moment, just because the want, or maybe not want, I guess, but the product's limited, so it's only being pushed out to there, and that's why you can see it in a lot of places where you know, you wouldn't normally be able to see it. Like it's easier to find than Iron Root, I guess, or maybe the demand's lowest. I couldn't tell you the specifics behind that, but I'm excited to see which one of these three I like the best. Hanging, trying to get back down to 100 proof. Cash strength will sneak up on you. Yeah, it's dangerous. It is dangerous. Tim Swoop, have you tried all of these? I know they've also released a few more that I don't have because I only have the samples of the three original brands, and I know they've released two or like I believe it's two more because they did a rye or something like I don't know. I'm tripping, but what's out of those? What are your favorites? And you know, what did you think of them? Harbinger XC. Yeah, that's the one it just didn't work for me. I mean, I bet it works for some people, but it just doesn't work for me. So they have these three bottles. So it's going to be just a normal Saints Alley, Herald, and then Saints Alley Heretic. So I have the Herald, the Heretic, and then the normal Saints Alley. So normal Saints Alley, and bear with me, I'm reading this off of their website. So this is finish in port and cognac, and it is okay. Yeah. So the normal Saints Alley, which this one's our cheaper one. This stuff is. Oh, we're crashing. Bear with me. I apologize. Okay. I apologize that the stream is kind of crashing. It looks like it might be back up now or kind of, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Too many people on the Wi-Fi. It'd be like that sometimes. But so normal Saints Alley, it is finished in port and cognac and it's 50% ABV. The Herald, which and that stuff, it says on the website it's $60. I don't think I've seen them less than 65 in my area, but that might just be because, you know, we don't live in Texas where the stuff is being made. And then the next one is going to be the Herald, which is their whiskey, obviously finished in Armagnac casks. And this stuff is 107 proof, and it is $5 more expensive. And I usually see it around 70 or 75. And then the last one, which is going to be the Heretic, which is finish in rum cask, but it's RHUM, which I believe that means it's agricole rum. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to read this off of the website. Despite requiring meticulous monitoring of the French agricole rum cask, the team was able to time the spice. Okay, I thought that was going to go into what agricole rum was, but it really didn't. Fever Tree Ginger Ale, Corbin Cask Rye tonight. Oh, that sounds good. Ginger and rye. That sounds fantastic. Bear with me. Okay, awesome. So yeah, those are the three that we're gonna be going over today, whenever the heck you're watching this. So I think we should just start it off with, and yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a shorter live stream, so we're gonna kind of be rum. Yeah, it's agricole rum. I think that's more of like a funkier Jamaican style rum, or I think it's a French rum. I don't know enough about this kind of stuff. I think it's supposed to be like a more of a spicy kind of like funkier rum. It's not supposed to be overly sweet, but I've been wrong before. So to kick it off, we're gonna start off with the normal one. I'm gonna measure. Okay. Well, actually, before we get started, which one of the three do you think I'm gonna like the best? And which one of the three are you most interested in? It's made with sugarcane. Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of rum is made with molasses because it's just cheaper. But I know there's all sorts of. I have a nobleman version finish and Tokahi finish. It might be that is. Yeah, I heard that one's um fantastic. But yeah, I know it was either like one off or maybe that might have been their most recent release. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I have so much whiskey I purchase and look at and contemplate purchasing, but that's one I remember hearing or seeing, but never being given the opportunity to purchase it. And my dog is literally destroying the plants that I spent hours planting over the weekend. Big win. Heck yeah. Um, So, first of all, so port and cognac, which sounds really great because I like port and cognac, and I think this is the one I've tried. There's just the normal Saints Alley, and then there's the Armagnac, and then there is the rum cask. I think I'm gonna like the Armagnac the best. I think I'm gonna like the Armagnac the best, but that's solely because I've had some of their stuff previously, not MGP stuff, but Iron Root stuff that was finished in Armagnac, and I absolutely loved it. So hopefully I'll be right, but honestly, port's also been my like go-to favorite finishing for a hot minute. Rum is always made from molasses, an industrial byproduct of producing of sugar. Yeah, well, rum agricole is made directly from freshly. Okay, the more you know. You see, this is why I love you all, because you just crowdsource answers for me while I drink whiskey. Man, it's 4:30 here, and I just feel like not ready to drink whiskey yet. The sacrifices I make because I don't want to cancel my live stream. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Like, I mean, it's incredibly early for Whiskey Tube, and y'all are hanging out, talking about drinking whiskey. This smells fabulous. Bear with me. Dear Lord, work. You see, this is why I don't do this. Okay, sorry. Okay, finally into whiskey. This is nice. It's not. It doesn't give me any sort of Texas-y vibes at all, though. Like this doesn't drink or smell like Texas. Meow, Sugar Kitty. Nice to see you, man. Nice pregame. Yeah, this is kind of like a Whiskey 2 pregame. I didn't expect that either. At least not someone who isn't in the UK doing Scotch. Yeah. Yeah, normally I go like pretty early, but Arizona. So I was going at 5 p.m. and then daylight saving times changed, and then Arizona is we don't do that stuff. So then I started going at 6 p.m. because it was like the same like equivalent 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I prefer. It's just tonight I have so much going on that I couldn't make everything happen. So I was either going to have to cancel a live stream or go on extremely early and not drink too much so I can get where I need to be. But this is nice. Nice fruits. Nice. There's like really nice, like distinguished grape note on this. Very sweet vanillas, caramels, grapes. Little bit of like a crisp, bright green apple. Little hint of a cinnamon. For a blend of Texas whiskey. Oh, wait, there we go. It just triggered. There's that Texas like weird, like almost dusty note, if that makes sense. Yeah, hang in. Yep. I've for sure watched Ken at like before I go into work in the morning sometimes. Like I'll be making breakfast and I'll just put him on. Yeah, I'm not overlapping with anyone else for the first time in forever. Hmm. Dude, I really like this bottle. Let's get on the palate. Oh, that's nice. There's a weird kind of like weedy, grassy funk in the middle there, like a dirty type thing. But then it's this huge evolution of like fruits, like huge fruity notes, a little bit of oak, a little bit of cinnamon on the back end. That's a nice finish. I like that because it's like a little bit like cinnamon peppery almost. Mm. Yeah, almost like a black pepper licoricey type note towards the end. That's fun. I like that. My only concern is I don't know if like is it interesting enough to want to spend 65 dollars on? That's where I struggle with this bottle because I like it, but let's put it in the same realm. Iron Root Harbinger 115 is $50 in our area when it hits. And it's incredible. Buy the shelf clean at that price. And that's what I love about Iron Root is they have really good stuff at like reasonable prices. I mean, the Hubris, I think I spent like 65 bucks on. And this stuff just like it's not exciting. There's nothing about it. It's nice. It's a really well blend, but I just think it's a little bit overpriced. But again, finishing whiskey's expensive, blending MGP bourbon and then other stuff like there's a huge art in it. Art becomes expensive. It's nice. It's a very pleasant drinking experience. Very good blend, nice finishing, really nice finish. The finish is the best note about it because the mid palate's very fruity. The beginning's a little dusty corn funk, and then the finish it becomes almost like cinnamon peppery licorice type note. Not like licorice, but like maybe like a lot of pepper and a little bit of like anise. You know what I mean. Not a big fan of streams of 12 people on the same time gives me the jeebies. I feel like that's something you need to like talk to your doctor about. Although I do agree. Um in a way, it doesn't creep me out, but I prefer like smaller streams with like 10 people. That way like it's actually, interactive. People can hang out. Like I get overwhelmed on this live stream when I mean I haven't done it solo with that many people, but with 20 people on, it's a nightmare. But like right now with 8 people, I'm chilling. I'm having a great night. It was a great start to the night, and it's only gonna go up from here. All right. So this next one is going to be the Herald, which is Armagnac finished, and it's 107 proof. And this is the one I think I'm gonna like the best because it's higher in proof, and I don't even know what Armagnac finish is. Let's Google it so I can see what it is. Armagnac, what is that? Armagnac. What is Armagnac? Is it distinctive? Okay, so it's brandy finished. Okay, that tracks, I guess, in a way. Man, bear with me. Again. There we go. Not everything's dark or darker. Ooh, cheese? What kind of note is that? Hagen, there's no cure for GBs. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the pub style because I feel like once you get more than 2 or 3 people on like the live stream at the same time, like the conversation just becomes chaotic because it's hard to hold a normal conversation over this kind of infrastructure to begin with. And it's even worse like when you just get so many people all in the same room and they all want to talk at the same time, and it's just crazy. And then you're trying to interact with chat. That's why, not gonna lie, like I apologize when we have guests on because it's hard to stay on track. But when it's just me and Alec, we got this. I'll take care of y'all. But if I have a guest on, it's a crapshoot at best. Are GBs in the same family as cooties? Yeah, I think so. Like cooties is like the STD version of GBs. You know? They are easy drinkers, but I live about an hour from Iron Root, so I go once a month. And okay, yeah, no, I love Iron Root. Iron Root is the only distillery in Texas I desperately want to go to. Or maybe not desperately, because that sounds desperate. But Iron Root's like, it's on my hit list of things I want to go visit in Texas. So I want to hit up Iron Root, and I want to hit up Balcones and Still Austin. Those are about it. But like Iron Root, then Balcones, and then Still Austin. They're located somewhere in North Texas, I believe. Yeah, almost Oklahoma. The late night streams get a bit foolish. Some people literally show their asses. Yep. Well, there's also fun in that. I'm just more of a morning kind of guy. Wake up, go to the gym. Cheers, Mike. Nice to see ya. Get my samples. I haven't checked the mail in like 3 days, so potentially, maybe. I'll check it after this. Speaking of stall, yep. Yeah, I wanna try out Corbin Cash too, just because there's so many people who've talked about them that like I just can't not want to be in there. Ooh. So there's a slightly cheesy note on this, but there's also a lot of like fruity, like almost like a pomegranate. Yeah, like grapes, pomegranate, and like cherries, and then like a little bit of a cheesy funk almost. Or more of like maybe like a vanilla custard. It's creamy. Hang on, were you able to get the regular rye through them, or like is it a place local that has it? You have my number. Yeah, I think I'm liking this one. There's that like vanilla custard, creamy, almost like cream cheese. That's it. It's not cheesy like fermented funk. It's like cream cheesy. Ooh, I like that. It does a very similar thing that the previous one does, but it carries a lot more proof and depth to it. It's very fruity mid palate, and then it ends very spicy. Very spicy, almost like it's peppery. It's not There's no licorice notes on this one like the previous one, but it's like black peppery. Yeah. Very nice fruits. Very creamy vanilla. That's just a nice one. I like this one. So the What is this one called? The Herald. Big one. Big one. I won my bottle from Bad Axe by defeating Sugar Kitty, who won it by default. Okay. Well, good on you. Yeah, freaking Bad Axe. He has been kind of getting everyone to try Corbin Cash. Hang on. Have you tried Adventurous Stills yet? Speaking of weird spin-off small town distilleries, because that's where I'm going to after this. Got to sign up for their little membership thing or whatever. It's not cheap, but totally worth it. And this last one is going to be the Heretic. This is rum cask finished. Yeah. Yeah, hang in. I live like 5 minutes away from them. I'm like a member of their club and I sometimes work with them on events and stuff. Totally worth it. This one's so sweet. Very vanilla. Caramel, but there was like a cinnamon spicy note in there as well. Nice cherry note. Ooh, that is so sweet. Rolls right off the tongue. Heavy vanillas, creamy notes. That's just extremely sweet. It's like vanilla custard with a little bit of like a cinnamon spice and like a white cherry. I don't know how I feel about that one. It might almost just be too sweet, like where all the bottle is just insane sweetness. I don't know. On the nose, let's rank these. I like that. So fruity. Ooh, that one, there's a nice custard fruity note in there. And this one, just so much custard. This has the best. So my least favorite palette has the best nose. Actually, no, I don't know. This is so close. Because the normal Saint Sally is fantastic. It's very fruity, plums, like insane fruitness, fruity explosion. It's like purple fruits, blue fruits, like blueberries. And then this, it's custardy cherries. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going the Herald's my favorite on the nose. Followed by the Heretic, followed by the normal Saint Sally. They're all incredibly close on the nose, though. I just like there's that nice like fruity note that the Herald has that the Heretic doesn't have, and the Saint's Alley just seems like flat compared to the other two because it is 7 proof points lower, so it's a noticeable bit that like has flavor to it because it's not like they're cheap or it's not like these are like insanely high proof. So these being at 107, I think they're at like the perfect proof. Groupon has a Torrent tasting for 2 for $15. Yes, hang in. Literally hit me up. I'll get you on a free tour, dude. Like bring some of your friends. Like we'll make it happen. I mean, that's about all I can like get you on. Like you'll still have to pay for your own drinks and stuff once you get there, but they'll do a tour. I know the distiller. Eric Isaacson in the house. Cheers, man. Thanks for showing up. Man, this is a close one as far as like which one's better, because no, that's just flat. So what I've learned, it's worth the $5 more to do the other two to get that proof. The other two, just their flavor profile and the body that they bring is so much more. This just normal Saints Alley, it's so flat compared to the other two. Like doing it side by side, objectively, it's a good bottle. I've tried it before. I like it, but and it was really good before I got into the other two. But now that I got in the other two, it's flat. Like there's some really nice fruity fruity notes to it, but that's about it. Yeah, hanging. Like I said, I live 5 minutes away from them, so let me know. I mean, not in the near future because I'm pretty much busy like every day for the next like 2-3 weeks. But after that, let's send it, brother. Yeah, that's incredibly good. Man, I'm torn with these two. So, what are we all drinking tonight? What are we drinking? I'm gonna have to wrap this live stream up probably very shortly, in the next like 10-15 minutes or so. But what are we drinking? Are we drinking yet? I know if you're in Arizona, you're probably not drinking yet, but you know, anywhere else? Anyone else drinking? Yeah, hanging. If you want to spend like $350, I bet I could get Kelly to let you go tonight. Ryan Ginger later. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Yeah. I'm going the Herald, Heretic, and then the normal Saints Alley. The normal Saints Alley, I just wish it was at 107 proof, because I think I would like the best out of it, because I love the whole cognac and port finishing usually. But compared to these other two, you can tell like it lost a step because it's watered down from 107 to 100, where the other two are at 107. Like, why kill the proof? Is that just for like an ease of access for people who can't do proof? But also, like, these bottles aren't cheap. And I feel like with all the work they put in, they didn't make it for your average consumer. So why drop down the proof to 100? What's your guys' thoughts on that? Eric, not yet in Iowa. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Arizona. I should not be drinking before like 5, but you know, when you gotta squeeze in a live stream, you gotta squeeze in a live stream. Get to drink some nice hot chocolate. Sugar Kitty, are you still on the sober trail? How much longer do you got? Do you want some Monday whiskey? You want some fake whiskey? I might just buy a few tickets for touring tasting at that price. Yeah, it's pretty cheap and awesome, and it's you won't regret it. I mean, I have like 1, 2, 5, 6 bottles of their whiskey out of my entire collection, and in total I have what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 10 whiskeys from Arizona, and 6 of them are theirs, and then 3 of them are Del Bach. So in case if you didn't know where my heart lies as far as Arizona whiskey, it's Del Bach and Adventurous Stills. Might give Santan Distillery another chance with the cask strength single malt, but I'm still kind of nervous about it because I know it's pretty young. It's pretty young, so I don't have really high expectations for it. Sugar Kitty, first chance I get to have meds change is November 29th. Then we'll see. Okay, well, good luck. Hopefully you can get back on the wagon and, start enjoying some stuff. I mean, obviously, as long as your health is appropriate and acceptable with that. Tim Swoop. I love your name. Tim Swoop. Tim Swoop. It might be due to Total Wine, wider crowd. The 107 seems like their sweet spot. Yeah. Well, I don't mind the 107. I just hate the 100 proof. Yeah. Total Winos. I love Total Wine. They're just such great prices. And their availability is awesome. They have really great stuff. I was hoping we would see freaking man, why am I drawing blanks on his name? Crap, whatever. Northwest Bourbon, cheers, man. Nice to see you. How are you doing? I'm still hungover from Friday last week. Ooh, blend them all together. This just got so much better. Yeah. Hang in. You should just come over one day, dude. Just come over and we'll send it. We'll make it happen. You could try everything. You could try some adventurous still stuff. You could bring over those. I don't know if I'll buy the Old Scout, even if I like it, just because I don't know if I need another 110 proof MGP bourbon, because I already have so many of those. But I'm interested to try it. I don't know. It's also at a ridiculous price. It's like $50 or something like that. So it's oof. That, some Iron Root Harbinger, those are bottles you just can't turn down. Still Austin cask strength. When you see them for $50, you're okay, take my money, please. Here you go. Let's send this. Indeed, high proof MGP, to be fair. Indeed. I'm trying to sound that out. 50 for high proof, not so bad. Yeah. I mean, it is a good value. I'm in this realm where I'm trying not to spend money on whiskey because I spend way too much money on whiskey, and Christmas is not cheap. By the way, not that y'all can tell because apparently it's so freaking blurry, but what do you think about the semi-Christmas decorations? Yeah, these days 80 is the new 50. Yeah, that's true. No, these so what I can say confidently, the Herald and the Heretic, worth it. The normal Saints Alley, I think it's okay. It's okay at best. That's a hey, if you really want to give it a try, you're an Iron Root fanboy, you like Liquor Hound, and you're into cognac and port finishing. Because I like Iron Root, I like the cognac and port finishing. It is my least favorite of their offerings. Would I be upset if I bought a bottle? No. Would I buy another one? No. So I'm not buying a bottle. But had I not had the sample and I bought the bottle, I'd be okay. The Herald, though. Herald, on the other hand, this is a bottle worth buying. 107 proof, worth of amazing. I can't type. I have bike palsy in my right hand. Isn't that Bell's palsy or I don't know. Northwest Bird saying, yeah, dude, Friday was rough. I can't live stream that long and stay sober because I did bourbon wrenches and then yours, and man, I was I was toasted. I was hungover for like a day and a half. It was rough because I don't usually drink that much. So when it hits me, it hits me. Christmas should wait until Thanksgiving Day before arriving, but the frame does look festive. Yeah, well, it's more of an Advent, you know, Advent kind of thing. I'm not decorating. Like none of our house is decorated. I just had to start filming Advent, and I wanted to do like a Christmassy theme for all of it a little. And I also have like a few Christmassy type, like winter Christmassy themed um, videos that are coming out. The coming out right before I started Advent, so I had to decorate. We're not. So we have all the Christmas decorations out now, but we haven't decorated. We're not going until after Thanksgiving, probably. I don't know. That's what Black Friday for me is. It's not shopping. It's time to decorate for Christmas. Ooh, yeah, hang in. That's how it felt on Friday. All of us drank way too much because I killed that whole 2-ounce sample of Jack Daniels. I was drinking Obtainium. That was no, man, that was too much. I'm kind of glad that Sagamore Spirit pick from Trev didn't come in, or else I would have drank a lot of that too, and I'd have been even more drunk. Fortunately, didn't come in. Unfortunately, still hasn't came in. So take that as you will. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap to this live stream. Not really much more to add on to other than I like the Saints Alley products. I like the idea, the concept of it. I think it's really fun blending Iron Root whiskey with MGP and then finishing it, because I think MGP in and itself, if you just bottle single barrels of MGP, like that's just lame. That's just lame. Like all you did was purchase things and resell them. I don't know. Like I guess there is some art to being able to, like, the art of like having an amazing palate and picking a fantastic barrel, but outside of that, it's like, come on, you're not really doing much of anything. So I love to see brands that finish MGP, or blend them with their own products, or blend a bunch of different MGP barrels. Like there's nothing wrong with using MGP. The only thing I ever get triggered about is MGP single barrels. So I love the fact that they're blending Iron Root whiskey, which objectively not a lot of people would love because they don't love Texas whiskey usually. They're blending that with MGP whiskey and then finishing it. I think that's really cool. Really cool. I just think the normal Saints Alley needs a little bit more proof, needs a little bit more body, a little bit more complexity, and then it'll be a top-notch product worth the money they're charging it for. The other two, I think, are really good for what they are. And I think at $65, they're both priced per market. Normally, like 2 years ago, I would have said these should be like $50, but now the market tis what it is, and you can't really get great whiskey for less than $60, unfortunately. Yeah, I like MGP too. I'm not saying I hate it. I like to see people do different things. Like one of my favorite MGP brands is the whole Belle Meade, Nelson, whatever. I mean, I haven't tried their new stuff since they've changed a bunch of stuff and restructured into Nelsons and whatever the heck. But the old Belle Meade ones that you can still get, love them. Really enjoyed that stuff. I like some Smoke Wagons. I mean, I do have some MGP single barrels, and I love the Doc Swenson stuff. I think that's pretty awesome. But I don't know. I like to see different stuff happen with it. So if you're gonna source stuff, make it your own. Change it up. Put your spin on it. Because if not, you're basically, I don't know, it just feels like you're like plagiarizing, Like you're just taking someone else's stuff, buying it, putting your label on it, and then calling it your whiskey. When in actuality, I mean, yeah, it's your whiskey because you do own it, but like, did you really make it? No, someone else made it and you bottled it under your name. I don't know. That's a hot take for me. Good impromptu off to Jeopardy champions. Cheers, Sugar Kitty. See you later. Yeah, I'm going to hang up the coat here too. I like blending, but finishing is sort of a cheat. It depends. So I think finishing brings stuff to products that wouldn't normally be there. So if it's just normal bourbon, it's kind of this is as far as you can go with it. But then you start bringing finishing into the character, and then you can get a flavor profile that's somewhere in this realm. So I think it's fun. I think it's interesting, but it needs to be done right and you need to do it well. Like if you're going to take a crappy bourbon and finish it just to like make it palatable, I don't think that's the right answer. I think you need to take good products, finish them, and then once they're finished and fantastic, then bottle them. And I think you can tell from the market of who's good at doing that and who's not. Like who's doing it right and who's just trying to cover up mistakes. Okay. Yeah, I need to check out Redemption. I've not really purchased any of their stuff. I don't know. That's also how I feel about double oaking. Like, I feel like there's too many products out there that double oak nowadays. And I feel like, especially like a double oaked craft bottle, I'm not buying a double oaked craft unless if I can try beforehand. Because, you know what the craft stands for in that case? Crap. It's crap. I don't know. I've just been bitten too many times by that one. I'm like, ooh, I like Woodford double oak. And then it turns out to be some crappy barrel that they just double oaked because they're like, dude, this is terrible. We can't feed this to anyone. Hot takes here, guys. Hot takes. That being said, I do need to wrap this up. So thank you all for coming and hanging out. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter live stream. Hopefully next week we'll have... Okay, yeah. Starlight does make... I mean, they make good products. I've never tried their double oaked, but I'm a huge Starlight fan, so I'd love to see a double oaked from them as well. I do need to close this up, though. Hopefully next week, Bad Axe Bourbon will be able to come on, and we'll battle out. We'll battle royale this one and see who is, a better whiskey taster. That being said, if that doesn't work, maybe I'll get Olivia on here. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just rip it by myself. I got some pretty good Thanksgiving themed live stream plans, but that's a wrap. I will see y'all later. Gotta go. Cheers. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. This has been Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. Bye-bye.